All right, let's talk about something called Bitcoin.
A pretty, so it's, but we're shooting this on Thursday when Bitcoin kind of blew out the all-time highs.
Yeah, and right now we're actually at a number higher than what I'm showing here, but today it did cross 111,111. So I decided to capture that on this chart.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So up 19% for the year. And now if you invested $100 in 2010 on July 16th, that would be worth a mere 37 million today.
Just 37 million.
Yeah. We've never seen anything like this.
Yes, the famous pizza box story,
Well, hold that thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hold that thought.
Yeah. See, there you go, Randy. You're
I
always one
know,
step
I
ahead.
know. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, the big news yesterday was that Bitcoin overtook Amazon as the fifth largest asset,
Wow.
hitting 1.16
Oh,
trillion market cap.
2.16. Yeah.
Sorry, thank you.
Yes.
2.16. And that was when Bitcoin was at 109,000. That was,
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple $1,000 ago. Um, anyway, I thought this cartoon was kind of cute. I remember you when you were only this big, says the
Oh,
grandma
man.
to the guy with the crypto shirt.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, this actually should say Bitcoin, not crypto, but that's fine. Those are
yes,
splitting
yes.
hairs there. Anyway, here's the table updated for today when Bitcoin was over 111,000. 2.2 trillion dollar asset class that now is above Amazon and looking at Apple.
Yeah.
Apple's at 3 trillion, Nvidia 3.2 trillion, and Microsoft at almost 3.4 trillion.
What would Newton be saying right now? Look how far Apple has fallen. That's what he would
Mm.
be saying. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Apple has risen very well, but over the long term. But yes, relatively speaking, I suppose the gap is narrowing fast. Now, Bitcoin has gold in its long-term sights at 22 trillion in assets.
22
Okay.
trillion. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be 10x. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
Uh,
the question becomes, does Tesla get to 22 trillion or does Bitcoin get to 22 trillion first?
Very good question, and that's going to be very fun to watch. You can see Tesla's on this list at the number 11 spot at 1.1 trillion.
Right.
So yes, Randy, I like your line of thinking. I think it is going to be an interesting race.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Well, Dan Ives says that Tesla will be worth the two trillion by the end of the year. He hasn't actually revised his price target back up to 650, but he did say the other day that when Robotaxi breaks, it will be a $2 trillion company.
great. Yep. I hope he's right. Um, Over the long term, I'm confident that he's right.
Yeah.
The near term stuff is a little more fuzzy for me, but we're heading in the right direction.
Right.
Yep. And then just because we've talked about this before, MicroStrategy, now called Strategy, now their Bitcoin holdings is about
Oh,
$60 billion,
oh yeah.
which is more than the market cap of 65% of the companies in the S&P 500. Now,
And
not 65% combined, but just 65% of the companies have a market cap less than $60 billion.
got it. Got it. Yes, and there's a scramble right now. Quite a few people saying that why hasn't the S&P listed them? Sounds like a familiar problem.
Yeah, Tesla investors will remember that, and the S&P inclusion always came a little bit late.
Right.
It will probably eventually come. Coinbase was recently added.
Yeah.
So that's some Bitcoin slash crypto exposure in the S&P now.
Hmm.
And MicroStrategy or strategy probably isn't far behind, but it's a different animal, it's a different beast. It
Sure.
may take the S&P committee a little bit longer to include them.
Yeah, they had a lot of trouble figuring out a manufacturing company. That was more difficult.
Yeah, right. Exactly. If they had trouble with that, then it's going to be even more trouble with strategy. Yeah. And then here's your pizza. By the way, this pizza now, where he spent 10,000 Bitcoin,
Right?
$30 at the time, would now be a $1.1 billion pizza.
1.1 billion. Yeah, okay. Yeah, got it. Yes.
So
It's too bad he didn't know to put it in plaster of Paris or cover it with plastic or something, the pizza itself would probably have a huge value. Yeah.
It would probably would. It probably wouldn't still be worth 1.1 billion,
No,
but it
no,
would
no.
probably be worth a bit of money. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Yeah, talk about regrets. I think if anybody has a massive regret in his life, it might be this.
Yeah.
Hopefully he retained more than 10,000 Bitcoin.
Right.
Haven't checked in with this guy. I don't know what his current status is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, hope they were delicious pizzas.
If you happen to be a big fan of the Cybertruck, you might also be interested in this super fun Cybertruck refrigerator magnet and bottle opener. It is made out of super thick stainless steel, just like the Cybertruck, and it has this giant magnet on the back, so it's going to hold a lot of stuff on your refrigerator. It's an amazing gift, and it comes in that great gift box that you saw before that uses a magnet opener, just almost like an Apple box, like when you get Apple products. You can buy it on Amazon for $29.95, or you can buy it direct from me by sending $25 to paypal.me/Randy Kirk, all in lowercase letters. Please indicate whether you want the stainless steel look, or maybe you'd like to have this very clever camo version. And then if you're not in the US, please add $20 for freight. If you'd like more than one, please check the information below to get pricing, as well as all that information I just told you will be repeated in the information below. So once again, think about joining the channel, getting the up-to-date Tesla news every single day. I think you'll be glad you did.